Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bahja. If this is your first time seeing my face, then hey, welcome to the channel. And if you've been here before, like always, it is an honor and a pleasure to have you here with me. If you're looking at your vision board and you're looking at your goals and you feel disappointed in yourself and you feel like you could have done better, then this video is for you. Exactly a year ago, I was in the exact same space where I was looking at my goals, they were looking at me, and I was just so disappointed in myself. I knew I could have done better, and so with just 7 weeks left of the year, I made the decision to start my Look Good Feel Good era, and that decision changed everything for me. I said, F it, I'm going all in, I have nothing to lose, and the pressure of there just being 4 months left of the year or 2 months left of the year, that pressure and that disappointment became a driving force for me. It was not big changes that I made, it was very small lifestyle changes, mindset shifts that allowed me to become the person that carried me through 2024. I did it last year. I'm gonna be doing it again this year. And so I thought I would share with you guys 6 big tips, mindset shifts, and lifestyle changes that you can make to take that pressure and to take that disappointment and use it to be the driving force of your transformation that you're gonna be making before 2025. Before we get started, I wanna give a huge shout out to Rituals for sponsoring this portion of the video. When it comes to achieving your goals and staying focused, staying productive, and disciplined, your health plays such a huge role in your mood, in the way that you think, in your productivity levels. I've been using their Essentials for Women 18 multivitamins for a while now, and honestly, it's been a game changer for me. As someone who's currently juggling so many goals and different projects, staying sharp, productive, and focused is crucial, and taking my vitamins has played such a huge role in that. It's not just any multivitamin, it's USP verified, which means it's held to the highest standard when it comes to product transparency. So I know I'm putting something trustworthy into my body, which is very important to me. Rituals is all about being made traceable, which means they tell you where all of their key ingredients comes from and why it's there. My personal experience with it has been great. I take 2 capsules daily, which are mint essenced, and they have this amazing delayed release technology that's gentle on the stomachs, so I can take them with or without food. Along with the multivitamin, I also take their Symbiotic Plus, which is a prebiotic, a probiotic, and a postbiotic all in one, which is to help support the gut microbiome. If you're looking to fill key nutrient gaps and you're looking for a good multivitamin, Rituals is definitely one that I recommend. If you use the link in my description, you can get 25% off of your first order, so you should definitely check that out because I love a good deal. Once again, thank you so much, Rituals, for sponsoring today's video. Let's move on. I truly cannot express the importance of decision making, and that's something we're going to talk about a little bit in this video. But when you decide to do something and you say, this is what I'm going to do, point blank, period, a path opens up for you that is filled with endless possibilities. And what I want you guys to do is make the decision to commit to yourself now. Like, you have to make the decision. You have to say, this is what I'm going to do, point blank, period. Making the decision is not thinking about it. Making the decision isn't planning for it. Making the decision is saying, this is what I'm going to do. And that is when you'll be able to see the opportunities around you. You will never truly be ready. There will always be fear, and it never really goes away. When it comes to being disciplined and staying committed and actually putting in the work and staying consistent, that is a skill that needs to be built through repetition. You have to get up every single time you fall, and I will always say this, it is something that you have to put into work, and that is something we're going to be talking about in this video today as well. But I thought I'd mention that at the very beginning because I want you to know that you have to make that decision first. You need to commit to yourself, and you have to actually say that you're gonna do it. Okay, so the first tip that I have for you is pursue something that is relevant to you now. When you have so many things lying in front of you, it's really hard to actually take action on something because you're struggling with decision paralysis. What should I do first? How should I organize myself? The mind craves clarity. When you give your mind clarity, your brain will literally work with you to help you achieve the goal at hand. And so what I want you to do is first accept your journey. You need to own your journey. Yes, it's disappointing that you haven't done what you said you were going to do, or you're not where you want to be, but that is a part of your journey. The dumb mistakes that you've made, the things that you've done that you're not so proud of, own your journey. Even if you don't understand why you're still here, or you don't understand why you went through the things that you've gone through this past year, recognize that it is a part of your journey. Say, this is a part of my journey and I'm gonna own it. Even if you don't understand, there's always a blessing in there for you, whether it's to wake up, okay? It could have been a wake up call. I know that's how it was with me. I had health complications last year and it was a wake up call. And that's why I started my Look Good, Feel Good era. And so good comes out of every situation. If you don't understand it, just accept it. We create so much overwhelm and anxiety within ourselves when we aren't able to accept and own our journeys. Even if you haven't made the best decisions this year, learn from it. Pivot, iterate. Life is not going to always be cause and effect. Even if you did all the right things, even if you put in all the right work and you didn't get the outcome that you were hoping or that you expected, if you learn to just accept it as it is, it will help you move on quicker. It'll help you learn quicker. It'll help you see the opportunities instead of looking and searching and seeking for why it didn't happen or why it didn't go the right way. You could be looking for the opportunity that will help you move forward. You could be seeking out the blessing that's within this hardship or this challenge that you've gone through. And so own your journey. Just accept it and say, it's mine. I made a promise to myself a few years ago that I would not judge myself, that I would, even if the whole world was judging me, the whole world was against me, I wouldn't judge myself, because judgment blocks growth. The moment you sit here and you judge yourself and you're like, I'm disgusted with how I spent my time and I'm so disappointed in myself, and you start to talk down on yourself, that will block your growth. So accepting your journey and owning your journey is not just accepting it and saying, okay, I'm cool with being where I am, but it's taking responsibility. It's accepting where you are and seeing this as your starting point to this brand new journey that you are about to go on. And it should be exciting. Terrifying, but exciting. You have to let go of how things should have been. Oh, I should have been there by now. I should have been here by now. I should have achieved this by now. Being attached to how things should have been or could have been will only prevent you from actually taking transformative steps. The next thing that you really have to do is reevaluate your goals. To pursue something that is relevant to you right now, you have to reassess your goals. Go back to your goals, go back to your vision board and look at it and say, is this still aligned with me? What is still important to me? What is relevant to me? You are not the same person you were when you made that vision board, and it is okay to not want those things anymore. It is okay to want something different. You've had experiences throughout this year that might have changed your interests. So ask yourself, what is the most important thing to me right now? If these next 4 months you can achieve one thing, one goal that you believe will benefit your life the most, which one is it? That is the most relevant thing to you, and that is the one thing that you're going to stick to for these next 4 months. To transform your life in these next 4 months, you have to consciously and actively rewrite your story, and this is how you're going to do that. Set a clear goal. So whatever is most important and relevant to you, that is going to be your main goal. If you want to also set little goals as well, that's cool. Get clear on the steps that need to be taken. Write down as many steps that you can possibly think of that will help you achieve that goal. A practice that I love that I will always share with you guys, scripting and visualization. So basically what scripting is you're going to sit down and write down exactly who you would like to be at the end of the year. You kind of create this mental image of where you would like to be and who you would like to be. I've actually created a tool that you guys can use that has all these steps and all these activities to rewrite your story, set your goals, reassess your goals, set monthly goals and vision boards and things like that. It's called the Becoming Her Notion template. It is linked in my description. I've also seen people use ChatGPT. I've seen this on TikTok. People have been using ChatGPT. They've been putting all of their wildest dreams or their goals. So if you go into ChatGPT and you put in there all of your goals by the end of the year, who you would like to be, just your wildest dreams, and you ask ChatGPT to create a story of a regular day in a life, what that looks like, it'll do that for you. And then you can ask for actionable steps that you can take that will help you get there. And so that's another way to do that as well. But if you want to get the Notion template, it's kind of like a hub. It has everything in there from journaling to daily affirmations to daily habits, goal settings, all of that. And it breaks it down for you. But it's important to have a clear vision of where you would like to go. Okay. In order for you to have discipline, in order for you to change your self-concept, you need that clear image of who you would like to be and where you would like to go. When you participate participate in these activities, scripting, setting goals, visualization, journaling, all these things, you are rewiring your brain. You are changing your self-concept. Your brain is actually going to start recognizing opportunities that will help you align yourself with that reality. By familiarizing yourself with that vision and familiarizing yourself with the goals that you have and making them clear, reminding yourself of them often, it is going to be a lot easier for you to make better decisions. So that is tip number one, which is pursue something that is relevant to you right now. The next tip that I have for you is to detach from your current environment and circumstances. What must you let go of to get the life that you desire so badly? What must you let go of to become that version of yourself that you would like to become at the end of the year? It's so crazy because we often hold on to things, even if it's things that we don't necessarily want. We become attached to the people and the things and the habits that are not good for us. We know it's not good for us, but for some reason we can't let go. But in order for you to build the life that you actually want, you have to be willing to let go of the things that do not serve you. You can change your life in a year or even less. And when we hear that, we often think that something in our outside environment is going to change. Something is going to come, a stroke of luck that will change everything for us. But really the truth is, when you change yourself, when you change what's within yourself, your environment will change with you. Admitting to yourself that there are certain things in your life that you need to get rid of, habits or behaviors or ways of thinking or beliefs that are holding you back, is probably the hardest thing ever. But self-love and respect requires brutal honesty sometimes, even if it hurts. I think the easiest way to kind of detach yourself from your environment is to think of yourself as a visitor. This environment and the circumstances that you're currently facing is only a temporary stop on your journey. If you are someone with a growth mindset and you are trying to grow and you are trying to evolve, this moment, I know it's like you look around, you look at your bank statement, you look at your body in the mirror, you look at your home, you're not where you want to be yet. Just tell yourself and remind yourself that you are just here temporarily. Detach yourself and think of your environment and your circumstances as a tool. Even if they're not ideal, there is always something in it for you. There's an opportunity for growth. There's an opportunity to evolve. There's an opportunity to meet yourself deeper in every stage of your journey, even if it sucks. No matter how badly you don't want to be in this chapter of your life, there is no way around it. There is no way around it. You have to experience it. And I'm not saying you're stuck or it's torture, but there is something here for you right now. There is a mission here for you to complete right here, right now, in whatever era of your life that you're in whatever chapter of your life that you're in. And you might not always know what that mission is. You might not always know why you're going through the thing that you're going through, but you have to have faith and you have to trust that there is something in it for you. You can probably think back to so many hard times or so many hard situations where you were wondering, why is this happening to me? And now, 5 years later, 4 years later, 2 years later, you can really see why you needed it. You can really look back and appreciate those hard times and those difficult moments because they allowed you to become stronger. And sometimes that's what it is. Challenging moments, hard times, they allow you to become stronger so that you could handle the next chapter of your life, so that you could handle the blessings that are about to come in. Maybe you're going through a tough time to wake up to your potential, or you're going through a tough time to turn back to God and build that relationship, or you might be having health complications so you can understand and recognize the importance of your health. If you want to grow and you want to evolve, you have to adopt this mindset. If you do not adopt this mindset, every little inconvenience, because when you go on this journey of trying to reach your fullest potential, you're gonna have challenges, you're gonna have hardships. And if you're not able to have this mindset that there is something in this for me, there is something positive that will come out of this, you will be stuck there. You won't be able to overcome it. And so you have to adopt that mindset. And the only way to change your mindset or your belief about anything is through repetition. It's that constant reminder again and again and again. What happens to a lot of people is they look at their environment and they're like, okay, no, I have to be here in order for me to begin. I have to have this house in order for me to start creating content. I have to be in this city in order for me to start this business. But you just have to begin. Regardless of where you are, you have to begin. Instead of waiting for the perfect environment for you to actually start making those changes, you have to start making those changes so that you could end up in your ideal environment. See your current environment and your current circumstances as tools to level up, as tools to grow, as tools to evolve. Use what you have around you to start building and start becoming that version of yourself who is successful, that version of yourself who is in the ideal environment that you would like to be in. It's about using what you have and starting where you are instead of waiting for perfect conditions, because if I'm being honest, you're never gonna have perfect conditions. Even when you get to where you want to be and you're in the environment that you want to be in, there will always be something else. There will always be another mountain to climb. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Honestly, maturing is realizing that song is everything. So here are some reflection questions that you can reflect upon to help you detach from your environment. Question 1 being, what do I have to give up to get the life that I want so badly? What do I need to give up to reach my goals? This can be habits, this can be people, this can be beliefs. What do you need to leave behind? The next question is, what attachments or beliefs are holding you back from making change? Also, I'm going to make a PDF with these questions that you can download for free in the description, so you guys should definitely check that out. 3 is, how can you use your current environment as a tool for growth or your current circumstances? 4 is, what small actions can I start taking now where I am to help me get to that ideal self? 5 is, how can you view your current environment, your current circumstances as a part of your journey, as a temporary stage in your journey? 6 is, what benefits or lessons can you extract from your current circumstances and your current environment? This will help you be grateful. And let me tell you something about being grateful. If you are ungrateful and you are bitter and you are constantly focusing on the things that you do not want, you are giving those things life. You are making it a bigger part of your experience. And so when you just accept things as they are, when you allow it to be there, and you work besides it, and you grow and you evolve and you detach yourself from it, and you stop identifying with it, and you are able to be grateful for this journey and this part of your journey, you are going to be increased so much. You're going to see opportunities and blessings and beauty all around you. And I give this example all the time, but when I started my self-development journey a few years ago, the first thing that I did was, I just want to be more happy. That was my only goal. I just don't want to feel sad all the time. I don't want to feel down all the time. I want to feel better. And nothing about my outside environment or circumstances changed. Nothing. Everything was the same. I didn't have to move cities. I didn't have to do any of that. When I made that decision and I woke up every single day and I put in effort and I tried to see the good in my surroundings, I started to see so many more opportunities around me of joy and happiness and well-being. It is always there. You just do not see it because you are not focused on that. So when you start to focus your energy on the good and you start to focus your energy on how can I use this as a tool, you will see it all around you. I'm not even joking. How do you detach yourself from your environment? It feels so real. It feels so real. It's so easy to identify with these things. But what I did was I just decided it was going to be irrelevant. And I know that sounds crazy. You guys are probably like, what? What do you mean my circumstances and my environment is irrelevant? It's irrelevant. I'm not saying that it no longer exists. Obviously it does. But you just no longer identify with it. You're not emotionally attached to it anymore. And when you stop identifying with something, you pull yourself out of that reality. It no longer is a part of your experience. Like I said, we give situations, circumstances, life by focusing on it. And a lot of times we focus on the things that we don't want, on the things that we don't like. And because of that, it becomes a bigger part of our experiences. So detach yourself by just choosing it's irrelevant. And it's like, okay, Bahja, if I decide it's irrelevant, then what the heck do I think about? What do I focus on? Focus on your vision. Focus on your goals rather than focusing and fixating on the things that you don't like and focusing on your circumstances and how terrible it is and how awful it is. Shift your focus and focus on your vision. Focus on your goals. And that's why it's so important to have a clear vision. It's important to have a clear goal because then shifting your energy becomes easy. Shifting your focus becomes easier. Trust me, it is easier said than done, but every single day you have to shift your focus, shift your energy. Focus on your goals, focus on who you're becoming, focus on where you're going. And this kind of leads me to my next thing, which is making better decisions by prioritizing reflection. How you perceive a situation, that is what shapes your beliefs. your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs about the world, your beliefs about life, and ultimately your beliefs about God. These beliefs then influence your habits, your behaviors, and the life that you end up creating for yourself. And although it's not always cause and effect, your life is mainly a series of the decisions that you make. Your results stem from the habits that you have, and those habits, like I said, are influenced by those beliefs, which comes from how you perceive situations. And so in order for you to make better decisions, you have to learn to take control of your own narrative. And the best way to do that is through reflection. One of my favorite quotes of all time is by Carl Jung, and he said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will dictate your life and you'll call it fate. What you focus on is what you welcome more of." So the key is to constantly redirect until you don't have to anymore. Redirect your focus, redirect your attention until you don't have to anymore. It becomes second nature. When you focus on your vision and the goals that you've set for yourself, the path becomes clear. The things you need to detach from become clear. The things that are holding you back become clear. The beliefs that you hold about yourself that are holding you back become clear. So in order for you to control your narrative and understand your narrative, reflect. Pay attention and become an observer of your daily thoughts. Become the guard of your heart and your mind by paying attention to your thoughts. I remember when I first started doing this, I felt like my thoughts had a mind of their own. Like my mind was just... It was very overwhelming when you start to pay attention to it, because a lot of times we're ignoring it. A lot of times everything we do is subconscious. We're not really there. We're not really aware. Pay attention to your thoughts. Reflect on them every single day, every single evening. How do I think? How was I thinking today? What were the main thoughts that I was entertaining? How did it make me feel? When you reflect daily, you can become conscious of the unconscious parts of yourself, and that will make discipline a lot easier. That will make consistency a lot easier, because you are only limited to your self-concept. And that's something that I've learned this year. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned this year is you're only limited by your self-concept, what you believe to be true for yourself. And so you have to be aware of those unconscious parts of yourself. You have to be aware of the story you tell yourself, and you have to take control of that narrative, and you have to remind yourself, no, I'm going to choose to believe that everything is working out in my favor. I'm going to choose to see this as a blessing. And that leads me to my next thing, which I want to talk about: the burnt toast theory and having faith. If you're on social media, especially the self-development side of social media, then you've probably already heard of this concept, the burnt toast theory. But if you haven't, the whole idea of this concept is that maybe burning your toast made you leave your house a few minutes later, and that delay saved you from being a part of a crazy accident. This theory is all about seeing the little things that went wrong as a blessing in disguise. Even if you can't see it immediately and you feel a little bit irritated at the situation of burning your toast, it saved you from this major accident and you have no idea. Oftentimes we focus so much of our energy, and it's so much easier to do so on all the things that are going wrong and the things that we don't like about our life, that we lose sight of all of the blessings and all of the good things around us. This ungratefulness and this bitterness can lead you to making bad decisions, feeling bad about yourself, and having low confidence. It can lead you to having an awful self-concept that leads you to living a life that you do not enjoy. And when you're consumed by this negativity, it is so hard to break out of that negative loop. And so it's so important to practice these positive ways of thinking. It is the only way to think if you want to succeed, and we talked about this earlier. The thing is, our knowledge is so limited. We are living in the unknown constantly, and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really knows what is good for us. And when you have this understanding and you know who God is and you know that only good comes from Him, it keeps you from falling into that negative mental loop. It gives you so much more peace and confidence in life. That will help you navigate those challenging moments, and it will come. You say you want a better life, it will come. The challenging moments, I feel like they come first too. They come first and they come hard so that it can help you evolve and it can help you grow. Do you know how easy your life comes when you accept that truth? To make this a part of your daily experience, you want to affirm that, and you want to remind yourself of that constantly, because through repetition, it becomes ingrained in your belief system. And the moment that becomes a true belief in your heart, it'll make it so much easier for you to take risks, push through those tough times, and trust that even when you feel uncertain, that you are being guided. Faith is literally the light that pulls you through the darkness. I'm not even joking. When you are moving towards your goals, you are in the unknown, and the unknown is very dark. You don't know what's going to happen or how things are going to work out or how your dreams are going to come to fruition. But faith is that light. When you have that understanding, it adds so much light into your life. The next tip that I have for you is to focus on your well-being and your health. This has to become a priority. Your thoughts, your mood, the way that you think, whether you're productive or not, you'd be surprised that what you put in your stomach can really be the thing that is keeping you stuck, that is keeping you and preventing you from reaching your fullest potential. I know me, when I had those health complications, I was like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I be focused? Why can't I pay attention to the things that actually matter? Why do I feel so tired and fatigued? What is all this brain fog? I thought it was me until I realized it was actually just poor health. It is not a luxury to take care of your health and your well-being. It's a must. Stress, poor eating, all these things can be the reason why you can't stay disciplined, you can't stay consistent, you can't stay productive. And those things are all necessary in order for you to get to where you want to be. That can be the reason why you have so many negative thoughts. And so it is a must. Eat well, learn about health and wellness, make it a goal, work out, go outside into nature, create a dopamine menu. You guys can check out like the TikToks on dopamine menus and how to make them. But well-being is your birthright, okay? Make sure that you are doing things that bring you joy. It's necessary. It's not always hustle and bustle and grind. Do things that you enjoy, because this journey is not going to be an easy one. This journey is going to require a lot of work, and by taking care of your health and wellness and doing things that you enjoy and creating a dopamine menu, it is going to make this journey a lot more enjoyable for you. It can be so easy to get caught up in everything that needs to be done that you put your health and your well-being on the back burner, but that's going to slow your progress. The next tip I have for you is to take big risks and make the decision. I don't know what your goal is, but whatever your goal is, whatever that thing that can change your entire life, whatever that thing that can make you the best version of yourself before 2025, make the decision to do it. Take the risk. I know it's scary. I too have goals that I want to reach before the new year, and I'm terrified. I'm scared, and that fear does not go away. So you can't let it hold you back, okay? Just take the risk, rip the band-aid off, start taking that first step. Everything that you want to do, start taking that first step. That first step really builds momentum, and sometimes it's the hardest thing to do. It is the hardest step to take. For years, I've been thinking about it, contemplating on whether it's the right idea or the right decision or not, but we will never know. And that decision fatigue is going to only lead to inaction. No matter how much you calculate and no matter how much you try to figure it out, if it's the right decision or the wrong decision, you will never know. But it'll always lead you to exactly where you're meant to be. Endless possibilities are waiting right behind that decision. That yes, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this happen, point blank, period. I'm gonna put my all into myself. You know how much possibilities is waiting behind that statement and that decision? We only have 4 months left, and the pressure should be getting worse. It should be. It should be. Why not? Sometimes you need a little bit of pressure. There's no time to think and plan and sit and think and tell people you're gonna do this and this and that. Get to it. The strategies that I shared with you guys today will help you navigate through that journey. If you need support, just know that I'm here for you, okay? I know it can feel like you're the only person going through what you're going through. You're the only person feeling the feelings that you're feeling. It's so terrifying and it's so scary. And the whole point of me making this channel was so that I could be the person that I never had, because I know what it's like to go through this journey. Scary, terrifying journey by myself with nobody, but just know that I'm going through the exact same thing. Use this pressure and this, I don't know what it is, but this fall momentum that you just want to change your life. Use it to take decisive action. Overthinking and thinking about it, it's not making the decision, it's just procrastinating. When you make the decision and you commit, the path becomes clear. I just want to throw in like a little bonus tip. I talk about this in all of my videos, but have an evidence portfolio. Give yourself a pat on the back for waking up and making your bed if that's the one thing that you decided you're going to do from today till the end of the year. Create an evidence portfolio and write down all the small wins that you've had today, because those small wins are important. Those small wins will change your self-concept when you acknowledge them. And like I said, you're only limited by your self-concept. You're only limited by what you believe is possible for yourself. And so that is all that I have for you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck. And I just want to say, if nobody said it, I'm so proud of every single one of you guys. I'm so proud of how far you've come. I'm so blessed and honored to be a part of your journeys. I'm so lucky to have you guys be a part of mine, and it just means the world to me to see so many of you guys just evolve and grow, and it just makes me so happy, and I cannot wait to see all that you guys become. I love you all so much, and I hope to see you next time.